This might be my favorite video to create because in today's video I'm unveiling the JXR Performance front lip. I've wanted to do this forever. I wanted to design my own front lip because front lip quality sucks in this industry. As you can see, there's no front lip on my WRX right now because it broke. Who would have thought? Believe it or not, it actually snapped while driving on the highway, strictly because of the wind. I don't think anything hit it because it snapped in a weird spot. We're gonna look at that. I'm not gonna name any brands, but I think you guys know who it is. But I've done a bunch of improvement. I've made a product that I'm super proud of, and I honestly could not be more excited to bring it to my VB platform. So we're gonna be taking a look at the VB lip that I've designed and I'll be selling on JXR Performance. I own the company if you didn't already know. And I've basically created a lip. I'll give you guys the quick pitch before we get into a full install, B-roll, everything you need to know about it. And I'll show you guys the broken lip before so you can see how it's different. But the quick pitch is I made a lip that is kind of like centered around 3 pillars. One, it's cheap. You guys shouldn't have to spend a lot of money to put a front bumper. It's like wheels. Although a really expensive front bumper might add a little bit of value, you're really not gonna get that much more than an inexpensive front lip if it's designed well. So cheap is one. 2, quality and comfort in use, meaning it's really solid quality, but it also is designed for day-to-day use. My front lip is thicker, better quality, so if you are and the material is slightly different, so if you're driving, you scrape, you're less likely to damage it and have to replace it. So it should last the day-to-day driving longer than any other front lip out there. I've been running it for over a year now, so I have collected a fair amount of data. And 2, something that's replaceable. And I know that sounds silly, but like many parts, especially the parts that are the lowest hanging, quite literally on this car, you will break your front lip. Unfortunately, in my 9 years of WRX ownership, I've broken like 6 or 7 front lips. Things have bounced off cars and hit the front lip on the highway. I've scraped something and the lip snapped, blah, 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 blah. I've damaged a lot of front lips. It's very common. I wanted to create something that was easy to replace and inexpensive and you don't have to think twice about it. And that's why the price point is where it's at. But price doesn't mean lack of quality. I'm just taking less of a profit of margin. It's basically being sold at cost, but that's what JXR Performance is, and it really just supports the channel and this community. So thank you guys for the support. It's super windy. Let's get this thing installed in this car. Let me show you the broken lip that was off of it, and the install process should take, I don't know, 10 minutes max. Let's get it done. All right, so let's talk about the product for just a second, escape some of the wind and the crazy sun here. I'm super excited to bring this product to you guys, super proud of how it was constructed and the radical differences. So first off, it is a 3-piece design. I did this for a couple reasons. The 3-piece design allows the lip to actually have basically better quality characteristics on the car. It does also look cool installed. You get kind of the symmetry around the lining. I'll show you guys what that looks like in the car, but it allows for a level of deflection that will actually keep your bumper from snapping if you have some type of torsion or tension or anything on it, where maybe you're gonna scratch your bumper. If it was a single piece design, you might not have as much flex and you might not have as much of a flex point. You might actually cause cracks, which is something that took a lot of testing to kind of figure out, but we've kind of come to that piece. It's also just cheaper, so it's easier for you guys to get the part if your budget is low. With that being said, there are a few unique aspects of this part itself. It's got extra gloss coat, that's super important. Gloss is dripped down the front, so if you do have any kind of scraping or that kind of activity, or you do kind of like break the barrier, you should be protected because you have extra gloss coat. You also have a thickening of the material on the lip itself, so for all of you guys, including myself, that scrape every time that you're going onto something, you just have physically more material to scrape off before it starts looking bad. You quite literally just have a thicker lip all around. With that also being said, you've got a little bit more to flex, but you also have a much more rigid lip. So it's gonna be much more resistant to actually breaking and cracking. This is my existing lip from an unknown brand, and this is what caused me to start creating my own lips, just so you guys can see. It's hard to see here, but if you can't tell, the lip cracked. This is the top, this is where it mounts to the car. This is the front where you're like looking down, and didn't hit anything. This is just under wind pressure on the highway. I heard a snapping while I was driving, and it turned out that the material couldn't handle it, and it cracked. And that's when I was like, I gotta start developing my own. Look at this, it's insane, and look at how much flex there is. Crack is huge, it's visible, it goes all the way down here past the line of view. Pretty disappointing. One of the nice upgrades of this kit that I've been really working on is making sure that there's really, really good hardware. Costs a fortune, so I'm gonna package this well so you guys don't lose it. But Nothing like some good quality hardware, something that everybody seems to kind of like lack. It's like the final step that makes the difference between a decent product and a bad product. So let's put this lip together so it's in one piece, and then we'll put it on the car. This is pretty simple. All we're gonna do is line it up so the slots line up, and then we're going to make sure that it is completely flush and connected, and then we're gonna use our screw. We're gonna put our screw in. We're gonna tighten down our screw. We're not gonna go all the way. We're gonna get the next one in and lined up. We're just going hand tight. All you need to do is hand tight, it's not moving. So let's do the other side. I'm gonna do the other side really quick off camera, and I'll show you guys what it looks like. And there we have it, all set up. I know this is a big view, but we're gonna go put this on the car. But we're gonna jump for a second. You guys are gonna see a bit of like a, editing jump. I'm just gonna tape this onto the car. You're not gonna miss any steps, but I'm gonna do the taping step without you guys seeing because it's super boring. But let's get this taped on the car, and then I'll show you guys the next step. All right, so here's the taping trick. This is what I promised that I'd show you. So what you're gonna do to install this is you're gonna tape it in 3 points. You're gonna tape it first on the far side. This is just literally taping it so it's up in the air. Doesn't have to be perfect. Then we're gonna match our corner. This, you wanna be a little bit more perfect. To match this corner, you're gonna put these 3 pieces of tape on, just roughly. Then you're gonna match your corner here, and you're gonna actually make it so it lines up, like said. And then once it lines up, you're gonna get this corner perfect, and then you're actually going to drill a bolt in that hole. Then you're gonna come around, now that it's held up, you're gonna match that corner, bolt, right? And then we're just gonna go around and put all the bolts in, put all the screws in. So we're gonna do that real quick. And there we have it, guys. That's all we have to do. Put those in, take the tape off, and it's installed. Super proud to be bringing the JXR Performance front lip to the channel. Looks great. Fitment on the sides looks incredible. Let me show you the other side. Perfect fitment. Just make sure you stretch it. Good fitment around the cornering. No gapping. There's 14 bolt locations, just so that you can have enough push and pull on the install. It looks really solid. Look at the profile on that. You do have the 3-piece design. So I have these things centered so they look really, really good. They're perfectly balanced GD&T wise. Gives it a little texture. And look guys, it's just clean. Just a clean installation. Front of my car is disgusting, but look at that. It looks so much better. It will last. It won't break. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for all the support on the channel. If you end up purchasing a JXR Performance front lip, there'll be a discount code in the description below. Thank you guys for the support. Every purchase helps the channel, helps me build the car, and helps the community grow. I'll see you guys in the next video.